What is going on, Guardians, and welcome back to another Destiny gameplay video. In this video I'm going to show you two matches that I had, both of which are Rumble matches that I spawned into late. So I queued in, and the enemy has already got points on the board, so I got to play catch up. And in both of these games I'm using the No Land Beyond and this Party Crasher. And so this is kind of my fun Rumble loadout that I tend to use. I couple it with the Twilight Garrison, and you'll see why in this video. I use it to close gaps and use cover and kind of maneuver in and out of especially vertical cover quite a bit in order to make approaches with the shotgun. And I like this build because I feel really effective at medium range with the No Land Beyond, but then it gives me the sort of freedom to use my shotgun as well in close quarters, which I rarely do. I rarely shotgun, but sometimes it can be fun doing stuff like this. It's just fun. And I find Titans to be so lethal with shotguns because they have abilities like the Titan Skating, they've got the Juggernaut Shield, they've got the Twilight Garrison. You can really play a shotgun warrior well on a Titan. Here I respawn. I took my first death. I traded with a shotgunner. So here I'm going to. I wanted that special ammo. The guy got to it first, so in my fit of rage about not getting special ammo, I just dropped the fist on him. And here I'm like, they haven't picked this one up. I need to win this battle so that I can get this ammo. Drop on his noggin, drop the storm fist, melee, and I know I'm going to die here. I've got no shield and low health, so I'm just like, I'm going to trade special for death. So I'm going to take that special, get it off the map, and I'll go ahead and take the death. That's a fair trade. And here, just using the Garrison just to juke this dude out. The only problem is sometimes it confuses me too. I lose people a lot when I'm shotgunning in close quarters. It can be difficult at point blank range to track enemy movements. I think that's one of the things I need to work on the most when it comes to my shotgun game. I watch people like Lumi play, and their ability to know where people are at point blank range when they're moving all around them is just uncanny. But one of the things that Lumi actually does to help him place people is he uses the third person camera while shade stepping to get a beat on them and kind of predict their movements. So he'll shade step and he'll see them jumping through the air to the left, and so he'll obviously know that when he comes out of shade step, that's the area he needs to be looking in, is where they're gonna be when he finishes his animation. So stuff like that, using the third person camera of the Twilight Garrison boost can also do the exact same thing. So a Rumble, I honestly hate that there is heavy ammo in Rumble because I've lost so many matches just because I wasn't anywhere near the heavy when it spawned. And then some Yahoo picks up some HMG ammo and then just gets a 5 kill streak. It's like, oh my gosh, no. And it can be frustrating, but anyway, so I tend to try and go for the heavy now on Rumble just because I don't want to be on the receiving end of it. Here I get a free kill. This guy, I think, was switching up his loadout. But now I'm trying to bait a guy into this bottleneck. It works. NLB, reload glitch. If you're not familiar with the reload glitch, basically what you do with the No Land Beyond is you queue up a reload and then you start to sprint, and it'll automatically chamber another round. Here I'm using the Garrison to get away as I'm being pursued by two. It should have been a double kill, but I choked my shot. When I respawn, I spawn right by this guy. I get this nice NLB shot from cover. I just kind of hugged that wall, switched, and peeked back out. This guy jacks my special, so I make my Garrison approach and gun him down. And I'm really enjoying using a shotgun right now. I've been playing on the Xbox lately. I don't have any good snipers yet on Xbone. I've got this crappy 1K stair roll. I've got this a pretty bad Irene, and those are my only two legendary snipers. So I've been using the only decent legendary I've had drop is a Party Crasher with rangefinder and I think danger close and rifled barrel, and it's identical to the one that I have on PS4. Here it is. So I got the same roll on both consoles, and it actually does pretty well. It doesn't quite have the same range as some of these guys. Year 1 God rolled, Fellwinter's Lies, and Matadors. It struggles keeping up with those sometimes, but that's just kind of the nature of the game. In general, I think that it's a pretty solid shotgun as far as shotguns go, but I really wouldn't take my word when it comes on shotguns because I don't know diddly squat. I just use what people tell me is good. They say get a rangefinder and rifled barrel, and I say okay, and that works out pretty well. I queue up another Rumble match, and this time I switch to the Defender, And this was a ton of fun. There was a lot of good shotgun play in this one, and a couple of nice NLB shots. But I again spawn in late, and so I'm fighting an uphill battle and managed to come out with a win. Choke the headshot on this guy, basically give the guy in first place a free kill. It's like, dang it. So get that nice NLB shot. I drag here, I miss it, so then I slide, close the gap with a shotgun, and wrap up the kill. He self-reses, and I've got a chance at making a pretty sweet play, and I choke it. I bait him back into a tight bottleneck area. I throw the sticky grenade, the magnetic, and then I make the approach around it, and then he went to the left, and I go to the right. So I could have finished him off. I read the radar wrong, and I end up basically giving the guy 2 kills. So I was kind of bummed about that. I was like, no, that could have been such a sweet play on a self-resing Warlock, but I choked it. So here I'm pinned behind a pillar, and I just use my vertical space to jump out of cover in a place where he's not expecting me. Invis guy loses me, but I still see him get the kill. And I'm enjoying the Defender in Rumble because of magnetic grenades are great for 1v1s. So it's a good way to just eliminate one target quickly and move on to the next. But also, a Rumble can be a lot about holding down a particular section of the map. So a lot of guys who win Rumble matches will basically control one of the spawn locations and not necessarily camp. They'll still move around, but they'll control a good quarter of the map. And that's not really camping. Camping is sitting in the same corner and waiting for people to come by. But a lot of guys who are great at Rumble will control a whole section of the map and shut it down entirely, manage the choke points and doorways that come into that section of the map, and that's a really great strategy for winning Rumble matches. Here I trade with the guy in first, which is the guy that I certainly am trying to get ahead of here. And I figure I really got to contest the heavy ammo. I find a guy camping on it, waiting for it to spawn. I take it for myself, and then I actually managed to get this guy. He spawned, but I figured he would probably move out of the way of that rocket because that was across the map, but it still ended up getting him. This guy, I don't know what he was doing. He maybe switching back from his truth after he missed out on heavy ammo. I don't know. But anyways, I managed to take the lead here on this run with heavy ammo. I use my 2 rockets, stick this guy for the magnetic grenade kill, and bam, we're tied up. Here the guy in first place gets a little bit more of a lead on me, so I drop my bubble in this section of the map and decide I'm going to control the window. Works out pretty well. I make the approach over the rock. He doesn't know which way I'm going to come. He's probably thinking left or right side of the rock, which is why I choose to go over it. This guy jumps up, exposing himself, so I just take my time lining up the second shot since I choked the headshot on the first time. And basically, my plan here is just control the window. I've got a good line of sight on a couple of these spawns. I've got a magnetic grenade cooled down. That's the guy in first who's approaching me. At this point, I don't really care that I didn't get the kill on him. I got some points and he died, and that's all that matters. So we take the lead, and I really just want to close this match out right here, right now. So I'm kind of trying to control this window, but people aren't really jumping into it the way that I want them to. So I'm kind of getting a couple of kills here because these guys that are approaching me, who know I'm over here, are getting they're taking shots to the back. Because they've got their back to one of the spawns. This is the guy that's in first. I use my Garrison jukes to make him blow most of his shots in his last word at point blank range, and managed to get the kill. One more kill to win the match, so I pursue this one. Just figure I don't even care if I trade. I'm just going to punch him and get the win with the Defender. Lots of fun, guys. So I would highly recommend, if you don't play much Rumble, a really fun loadout is to go in there with an NLB and a shotgun. And I really like using the Twilight Garrison in Rumble. It's just really fun to mess with people and kind of boost in and out of cover. Works very well. So hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay, guys, and I'll catch you in the Crucible.